Welcome to the R&B Only show. Please note that the opinions expressed here belong solely to the hosts and guests, not to Colors Worldwide Inc., our affiliates, or sponsors. The content is provided as is for entertainment and information purposes only, without any guarantees of accuracy or completeness. Colors Worldwide Inc. is not liable for any errors or omissions, nor does mentioning products or services imply endorsement. This disclaimer is subject to change, and we encourage our audience to stay updated.
Huge kudos to the Broccoli City Fest team. You know, we had the venue changed.
A lot of new school R&B artists, or just R&B artists in general that perform, they don't use live bands anymore. And there's a significant difference in performance and experience when there is live instruments. And I think that's why so many people, when we ask old school or new school R&B, they immediately cling to old school. First of all, just like the nostalgic vibes of it. But I don't know why, because new R&B is still good.
R&B only.
Ooh, welcome back to another episode of the R&B Only show. I am Jovy E.
My name is Tiara Monique, West. Happy day. How you feeling?
We here. I'm exhausted. I mean, beyond blessed. Great weekend. Sensational weekend. I'm exhausted. Exhausted. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like physically. I'm just like sleepy, but I'm feeling good though. I'm happy.
It's good.
Happy to be here, you know.
It's a great weekend. Shout out to the DMV,
right?
Chocolate City. Ooh.
Broccoli City Fest.
Huge shout out to Broccoli City Fest.
Talking about Beyoncé and Team USA.
Facts.
Some new R&B music, of course. Ryan Leslie's Tiny Desk, and new school versus old school. The typical debate we've been having lately. But yeah.
Where should we start?
I guess like Broccoli City Fest.
Let's start with Broccoli City Fest.
You was interviewing the interviews this weekend, okay?
Oh, I can't wait for that Just Asking episode to come out. But I feel like I need to start with huge kudos to the Broccoli City Fest team. You know, we had the venue changed because it was, where was it last year? It was like the parking lot of RFK Stadium last year. And this year we were at Audi Field, which I don't know about you.
You could see the difference. I've never been to one. That was my first time.
Okay.
So.
I had been last year. And last year was an experience. Granted, it was hot as hell. It had rained, of course. But just like, I feel like maybe organization wise, I was like
everywhere.
Yeah. This year it just felt really seamless from like a media standpoint. It was really clear what we had access to, what we didn't have access to, even like this, because it's not like they had to build everything in the parking lot, and we were actually,
it was already set up.
Using the Audi Field facility.
Having to build a venue somewhere rather than just going to a venue makes a really big difference.
And putting a sign and stuff, like it was really, really seamless. The air conditioned spaces.
Yeah, there was air conditioning everywhere. I was happy about that because I'm like, these little church fans, they was working, but they wasn't cutting it. I'm like, ooh,
and I feel like you expend more like energy.
Yeah, trying to fan yourself.
Yeah.
But it was great though. I did like the way that it was set up. It was like spread out, but you could still get to everything easily, and everything was accessible. I did like that. That was my first time going.
For sure.
So I had nothing to compare it to. It is crazy going though, because I told you the last time that I was going to go was in college, and I bought a ticket knowing that if I bought that ticket, I wasn't going to be eating that much that week. And it rained, so I was like, let me just sell this ticket. Ended up like getting double for the ticket, so I actually made money off of it. So to be there, I was like, oh wow.
Not only be there, but
performing, not just it was great. Be up there for representing R&B Only live.
On the lineup.
R&B Only experience at Broccoli City Fest. It was great.
For sure, yeah. That was once. So day one, shout out to Jimmy. That's my videographer. All the things. We spazzed and got so many interviews, like spazzed, and I think we got like 8-9 interviews that one day. And then day two was a little quieter interview wise. We got maybe 3 before you guys showed up, and then we interviewed you guys, and then Duke
here we go.
Then Duke Dennis pulled up, and it was like honestly a lot of the shit is like right time, right place. So I'm in the trailer with you guys, and one of our other videographers, Jamar, calls me and is like, oh, Duke Dennis is here. Now for those of you who don't know Jamar, he's a jokester. So for the first 2 seconds of the conversation, I'm thinking that he's like hee ha and pulling my leg, because we knew that was one of the people that I had to interview that weekend. And I'm like, okay, I'm coming. I didn't even ask him where he was. I just walked outside and was like, Jimmy, look alive, and like went to look alive. Look alive, Jimmy, like, let's go. Gotta get this. My man.
No, you know what? It's understandable now because I had no idea how old he was. I thought he was like I thought the whole AMP crew, I thought they were all like in their early 20s. I didn't know this man had like served time in the military already. He's 30 plus. I'm like, oh, I get it now. I see why. Yeah.
I feel like he be with them, but he don't really be like
with them. And now I get why in the comments and stuff they be calling him Unc. I'm like, because I never understood it, because I'm not a streamer type of go on Twitch and watch it. But if I see a funny clip, I'm going to watch it.
Gram, baby.
What?
Yeah, I follow. I feel like him and Issa Rae are like, and maybe there's like 2 or 3 other like celebrities that I follow.
No, I follow a few.
I follow Beyonce. Like, there's a couple, but like,
I just didn't think that. I honestly, I didn't think to follow him on Instagram, because I thought like streamers like you follow them on other things.
I follow him on the gram.
Oh, so what do you see on the gram? Just pictures?
Diamonds dancing.
That's hilarious. Make sure y'all tune in to Jovy's Just Asking.
Anyways, so yeah, we day 2. We got those interviews, and then I pretty much rapped, and we was just there for Kaytranada and Miss Monét, baby.
Right. Yeah, that was great to get off stage and be able to see that. I'm like, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
She, wow, 10s, no notes.
Superstar.
No notes. No notes.
I want to see what's going to happen in the next 5 years for her. Because that's, I'm like, this is a festival set. This looks like your show.
That, like, she sounded great. Like, for her to be doing the choreo that she's doing up there and
holding
not
a
miss
mic.
a beat with that mic.
Not this
the
kind.
Makeup stayed in place. The hair was never out of, like, just giving that. Bro.
I get it.
And the transitions were like seamless. There was even like somebody who needed help in the crowd. She flagged it, immediately stopped and like made sure they were okay, and then started that song from the top. It was just so good. So good.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Like, I was speechless
so good.
leaving there. So I've been trying to see her forever, and I feel like every time she has a show out here, we had a show like on their last tour. So I was like, yeah, but I need to see an actual set, because 30 minutes was enough. But yeah, Broccoli City, they did their thing with the lineup.
For sure. Yeah. Day 1 was a great lineup too. And you know what I found was interesting? Out of the performances that I saw, only 2 people really introduced their band.
Who?
Victoria Monét and Jordan Ward were the only.
Did
2
everybody have
performances.
bands though?
Not everybody
some people
had
were playing
bands,
with DJs.
but like, yeah, some people played with DJs, but like PARTYNEXTDOOR had a band.
Yeah, see, I wasn't there day 1.
Megan
Did Megan Thee Stallion have a band?
You said who?
Megan Thee Stallion?
I don't think Meg.
Because it sounded like she was rapping over a track.
I don't think Meg had a band. But I couldn't really see. So the way that the stage was, if you were on the side, you really couldn't see the entire stage unless they came up, and you could see the iMac screens on the side. So when I was watching her set, I was like more on the side, like kind of like this angle, so I couldn't really see the entire stage.
I feel like that kind of like flows us into our topic for the day, because it's like a lot of new school R&B artists, or just R&B artists in general that perform, they don't use live bands anymore. And there's a significant difference in performance and experience when there is live instruments in place.
Or that backtracking.
Or the backtrack is live. You know, like the backtrack can be live. It could just be recorded. You don't have to have the instruments there, but have a live backtrack. I think that makes a
huge difference.
People don't do that anymore.
Yeah. It's very few and far between, but I think that takes your artistry, especially when you're performing live, to a entirely different level, for sure. And
I think that's why so many people, when we ask old school or new school R&B, they immediately cling to old school. First of all, just like the nostalgic vibes of it, but I don't know why, because I mean, I get it, but new R&B is still good. They just, maybe the craft or the way that they present it is different.
I think like we say a lot, like I think you have to do a bit more digging to find the new R&B that resonates with you, because I think new R&B has so many different lanes and variations that maybe R&B didn't necessarily have back then, that now you just have to do a bit more, because you can be a fan of one artist. Like, let's say you're a fan of Sir, but even within Sir, like his sound can go so many different ways, that what he dropped with Chasing Summer, and then he drops Heavy, and that's two different
totally
sounds.
different.
Now you don't know if you really like him as an artist, you know?
And that's
I
the
think,
cool thing too about New School R&B, because now we have streaming too. So if you're listening to a certain artist, I don't know how it is on Spotify because I don't really use it, but Apple Music, like say you're listening to Sir, scroll all the way up. At the bottom, they're gonna give you like 5 artists that are similar to this artist, and every time you do that, you keep going back. You're gonna find more artists because they're
well, with
keep giving you
Spotify,
5.
once you finish listening to a project or a song, it's gonna automatically play something that's similar.
Oh, so it's the same
that
exact
Spotify
way.
thinks
Yeah,
you
I
would
heard
enjoy.
that Spotify is more user friendly. I need
Yeah.
to get on Spotify. I mean, I have it. It's just not my go-to.
I use Apple Music.
Yeah, me
For
too.
work, I use Spotify.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
it is. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I wonder why people always answer old school R&B though, because they be listening to new school R&B.
I
LMA,
think
Bryson Tiller.
a lot of the times when I'm doing interviews and I ask, that's one of the first questions I ask, new school R&B versus old school R&B. I think most people answer old school R&B for the general like feel and nostalgia of it. And then they also say that like new school borrows so much from the old school. So even the new school R&B artists like enjoy that era of music more, which I understand. But I also think that sometimes if I'm asking like, this is like talent aside, if I'm asking fans their preference, I think they automatically go for it because they're not willing to do the work to search for the new school that they enjoy. Like I said, yeah. Where are you going?
There's so much.
Are you going new school or old school?
I mean,
R&B?
I don't know. That's a hard question because I listen to both.
Yeah.
But
hard body.
yeah, like it's really 50-50 for me. Like I could be in my car and listen to something that came out yesterday or something that came out in the 70s. Like I'll be bumping Donna Summer and Beyoncé and Ari Lennox and Marvin Gaye all in one sitting.
playlist,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, so it's like I really couldn't. But there's a lot of new R&B artists now that I'm like, oh, this sounds. It gives you the same feel that you got like in the early 2000s and like 90s. That's what people say that the golden age of R&B is, and I think they just pick it for the feel of it. And I think that's low key because of the hip hop fusion. I don't know.
That's valid.
And then, you know, like in the 70s too, they had like, it was more like disco funk, and that's what pushed it like to the forefront a little bit, but it was more like political stuff. They could put their social issues in there and talk about that, like Marvin Gaye, of course, you know, people like that. But I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
either
half and half for me.
yeah, in between, dance the line for sure, because I have love for the old school, but
I
I
mean, of course,
also
because
really,
we wouldn't have anything
right
now without what.
But I know that I really appreciate what new school R&B is doing
me too.
and pushing the envelope and,
And keeping the culture alive.
variations.
Yeah. Even when people used to say R&B there was always good R&B. Like the videos that I do for the page where I'm literally listing the hits of R&B from every year, and there's hits in there. I'm like, I'm going through the Billboard charts. I'm like, how did y'all ever say R&B was dead? Like we had
crazy.
at least 20 hits a year.
As long as Christopher Maurice Brown is alive and well, okay?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's technically a new school R&B artist, right? When are we saying new school? Like 2005?
You know what? I was asked that
2010
this
up?
weekend. I think I was interviewing Rory from the Rory and Mal. Is there a podcast called the Rory and Mal podcast? I don't know.
I want to say yes. I've seen that on TikTok.
I was interviewing him, and he was like, well, what are we considering old school? And I didn't really know where to draw the line from old school to new school. So I was just like, anything 2000s and up, I'm going to say new school. Where would
2000s
you?
and up. I feel like I would put the line like 2010, because now we're almost in 2030s. Like, you know, we're almost in a different decade of the 2020s.
Okay.
So now I think I would start like new school, like
2010s.
2010, like the last 15 years.
Okay.
Because even early 2000s, like it sounds like people are now like having Y2K parties.
Yeah.
What?
That's like Ja Rule, Shanti joints.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could be technically old school. Okay. Okay.
You know, boy group days.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah.
112.
B2K
Destiny's Child.
shit,
Yeah, you know, stuff like that. That is a
Okay.
different type of era. And it did have a different type of sound, too.
It did, for sure.
So, I mean, yeah, but they're not. But the artists that were around then, like a Chris Brown, because that's what, like 2005, 6, he's still relevant today. Or like a Usher or Beyonce or Mariah Carey. You know, these are still
it's harder
artists that
to
were,
draw the
you know,
line.
like,
yeah.
technically they could be an old school artist, but they could also be a new school.
But they were just so, I feel like they wouldn't I feel like they were just so like when I'm thinking of Chris Brown,
he was
just so young
right.
in that space that I think he's grown more into his identity as an artist now than he was
as
back
a grown
then.
Man.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah.
I don't know.
I like
2010s
2010s and up new school. I think
that's where we start, like when we're thinking about like the new R&B set for the show. We go like last 15 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that.
like just brand new, but there is a whole bunch of new artists out there that are killing it right now, obviously.
And I do get answers of people who do prefer the new school over old school, and usually their answer is more so like I said, they appreciate people who have picked up that torch and like
ran with it
and made the different variations and lanes for what R&B could sound like that we weren't getting back then.
It is different though. I do be like, sometimes the lyrics be throwing me off a little bit. I'm like, this would have never worked 10 years ago. Like,
but you could say that about a bunch of other mediums. You could say that about like what we're saying on the radio.
That we live in.
You could say that about what we're seeing on movies and shows. True. Like it's every variation has kind of like pushed the envelope way more than they were.
The restrictions aren't as strict anymore.
Like I remember, I don't listen to the radio often now, but I know that growing up, like when we would ride in the car with my mom, we're listening to like the Tom Joyner morning show, Ricky Smiley morning show, and I feel like they say like bitch on the radio now, or damn, or like there are certain words in songs that they don't bleep out that I feel like they used to bleep out.
Yeah. I know for sure they used to beep out ass, because remember that song "Ass" by Big Sean? It was just like that's how it used to sound on the radio.
I feel like the last time that I listened to the radio, I'm like, oh, like
you're right. They're the restriction. I don't know if that's FCC or what, who that has to do with, but it's just your TV, movies, everything.
Every medium has just
that's true. But that's what all the older folks be saying. It's the lyrics. I'm like, no, the lyrics back in the day was a little raunchy too. They just come out all the way and say it.
A little. That's what, and whenever like my mom's biggest argument is like, you know, she loved her Spanish music down. That bachata, merengue, salsa, that's her lane. Now she's either listening to that or like old shit, you know. And she's like, I don't listen to this new stuff because it's nasty and blah blah blah, but I'll put on a bachata song right now that's just as nasty. So what are we talking about?
It's just the groove, because they got live instruments to it. They like, oh, it's not that bad.
Oh, I'm not really listening to the lyrics. It's just okay. So don't talk when you hear whatever I want to listen to.
No, because it's a bunch of new stuff out right now.
Yeah,
it's a whole bunch of artists killing it. I just seen. I'm mad that not mad, but I'm sad that we were booked at the same time that Kenyon Dixon had this show out here, because I really would have loved to see that. Like, he's somebody that's killing the game right now. I'm glad we got to see Victoria Monet though. That girl's a superstar.
Big facts.
Superstar. I need some Ari Lennox too.
Granted, I wish I would have caught her a little bit earlier, and then now, and then at the next level that she's about to be at.
I'm glad I did.
But I'm glad that we caught her at this
like beginning stage.
Yeah, kind of like
she has not even close to the peak.
It's like
she got places to go.
I don't know how to explain it, but I'm so glad that we caught her and we're able to witness this part of her career, because she's definitely about to kick it up a billion notches, and I can't wait to see it. Same thing, honestly. Day one, Meg Thee Stallion was the headliner, and before her was PARTYNEXTDOOR. Did we talk about his set?
I didn't see it. How was it? That's a new school artist. Technically, what was that, like 2010s, 11?
I ain't like it.
But I actually, you know what? I did see a clip where he was saying that, like, if you're a real PARTYNEXTDOOR fan, you would know what to expect out of me when you see a show. Like, I'm not about to be jumping around. I'm coming up here to sing. And then he was saying, but then he was saying too, like, people are upset with me because I'm not singing certain songs in my catalog. I'm going through something. He was like, those songs make me feel bad. I'm not going to sing them.
So that's the one video. It's not even that. It wasn't about the song choices. It wasn't about the very, very low energy that was up there. Because the only movements other than him like walking back and forth was like this little like arm number that he was doing. He was just doing this over and over again.
I think that's what he was saying. He doesn't do that.
And I wouldn't expect him to. I wouldn't expect him to. But if you're just going to stand there and sing, sound good.
Oh, he didn't sound good? Oh, what did he sound like?
Granted, and it wasn't. I don't think it was just him.
Videos. I clicked the hashtag too.
It wasn't just him. And I like his band was doing amazing, but I think the sound audio and it was just way too loud. Because even I know the band is doing what their big one, but it was just, you can't really enjoy it when it's that loud. And then even his backtracking was like, it just did not sound good. His singing over the backtracking did not sound good. It just,
I could have seen it. I've never seen him live either.
3 out of 10 experience.
Damn.
And I stayed. Sat there and stayed because I wanted to see the Stallion. There was no way I was leaving those festival grounds without laying these 2 eyes on the Stallion.
No, I feel you, because that's how I felt about Victoria Monet. I'm like,
You know
I don't
what
care
I'm
how
saying?
bad my head hurts right now. I'm about to stand here and wait for it to come out.
I freak
Nah, damn,
nasty.
That's my song too.
Yeah, as soon as she performed like 2 songs off of her new album first, and then went into like a little run of her like older stuff. As soon as I heard Freak Nasty, I was like, all right, we can go, because she's probably not gonna do Realer, and that's my other like hard.
That's
body.
like a concert song. Well, I feel like when you do festival sets, you just got to give the people what they want real quick, and that's another thing that we didn't talk about Kaytranada either, but Kaytranada got cut off.
Yeah,
well, I wouldn't say cut off, but he was playing all right.
They cut his set.
Yeah, and he said they cut
through,
his set. Yeah, and he's like, that's some bullshit. I'm gonna just give y'all what you want. And he played Be Your Girl. And when he played right after Be Your Girl, I forgot.
What did he play after Be Your Girl?
Not that Chance the Rapper song. That was before. I can't think. But anyway, yeah. And I was wondering.
And his set was, I was rocking.
I was wondering. My idea in my head, I'm like, okay, if Kaytranada and Victoria Monet are on the same lineup, and they're right after each other, if you made the song, why not like be the one to bring her out to it? Because that was her very first song of her set anyway.
It was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, there could have been a way to make it happen. And then he played the song. And I'm like, why would you play the song? Like, I get that you produced it, but the very next person after you is the artist who made the song. You know what I mean? Like 9 times out of 10, I think the average person does not know who the producer is.
Originally, I think Victoria was supposed to go before Kaytranada.
Even if you're professional, sets get changed around all the time. And I know, like, I don't know, I probably would have felt away. Like, if that's my opening song, I don't want people to have heard it right before I'm about to come out. But it wasn't earlier in the day. It was the set before. You know what I mean?
I could see that.
And like I'm saying, like, most people don't know that he made the song. Because most people don't know who Kaytranada is unless you're a Kaytranada fan.
I feel like that's more of a reason of why he also played it.
And that's also another reason why they should have been on stage together.
I don't think that would have, I mean, with all the stuff that she
had out,
like, that's a big ass set change.
It was, but I feel like it should have just, I don't know, I feel like it would have looked better and flowed better. Yeah, all he had was a DJ set, and he did have LED screens behind him, but it could have worked in the same sense if he would have just brought the DJ set out a little bit more, and they could have slid that thing to the back after All Right.
I don't think that could be, if I'm thinking of like on the production side, I don't think that's as seamless as a changeover. Like, and he probably wouldn't want like the aesthetic of his set to be like built up. All this takes away from like just him and his set. I don't think that's as seamless as a production transition. Look
at what happened though. The entire last 20 minutes of his set took away from his 40.
I know he was tight too.
So it's like,
I know he was tight.
Things could be fixed.
I think from maybe as an artist, like if I'm Victoria Monet and I hear him playing that before my set, yes. But I think audience standpoint, like they played them sexy red songs and TGIF so like over and over and over and over again. Like the DJ sets, like we're hearing the same music so many times in a day that
that's a bad DJ to me. I would never do that. If I look at a lineup and I'm the DJ for the day, if I see Sexy Red, Gunna, Victoria Monet, I'm not playing none of their music all day. Am I tripping? In the comments, if you are not even a DJ, if you're going to a show, right, and you're about to see the artist, do you want to hear the DJ play that? No, you don't. I want to hear the artist play it. What the hell are we talking about? The DJ was not good then. They playing the songs of the performers that's coming out in 30 minutes? What are you talking about? Kaytranada, that's different. He produced the song. He's coming out to do a DJ set. But I don't know. I just felt like there was another way to, I felt like there was another way to like make it work with both of them. But The DJs in between they definitely should not have been playing the artist music that's performing for the day.
For a split second when I heard Kaytranada start the All Right track, I thought like, oh, is she popping out?
Right, me too. I got my camera out. I'm like, yeah, she's about to. She's about to come out.
That's not happening for real.
Yeah,
but
that's crazy.
I don't think it would have been as easy as her come out and like slide straight into her set kind of thing. I don't think
it would have been difficult though.
I think
all
it
he
sounds
had was
nice
CDJs.
I think it sounds nice in theory, but
it does.
Implementation, I don't know.
I just feel like she didn't want him to play it, and he played it anyway. And there was a way for them to both play it.
I don't know.
That's
Anyways, I enjoyed his set thoroughly. I wish it could have been longer, but I enjoyed his set thoroughly. Even though my dogs was barking, my feet hurt bad.
You ever seen that? Damn, bitch, my feet hurt.
No.
Bitch, my feet hurt. If you know, you know. That's an original YouTube classic right there.
No.
You never heard that song? I gotta send you
I
gotta send you that video.
Was hurting. Oh my goodness.
I gotta send you that video.
I was gonna pull through for Kaytra and Miss Monét. Get somebody else to do it.
Damn.
But I mean, Kane said that it wasn't great. Like,
I mean, well, we saw him at Roots Picnic and we knew it wasn't great from that.
I didn't see him at Roots Picnic.
Yeah, I feel like it's difficult for like rappers to impress me because there's not much that you can do on stage. Most rappers don't.
Apparently,
dance.
He brought out Offset.
Offset dances.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, like most rappers don't dance. Like they barely be moving around the stage. Like I remember it was a big deal back in the day because T.I. used to run around, but like now they don't do that. I'm like, I'm not about to pay to see you stand in one spot.
Yeah, give me something. The set design looked nice.
Yeah. I saw some videos though. I think they did a really good job overall though. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. But another thing that I was really excited about this weekend was watching the Olympics. Every time I got to a TV, NBC, Simone Biles.
You know what? If I'm being honest, I was so wrapped up with like work stuff that
you couldn't turn it on and watch.
And the TV in my room wasn't working. So it's not like I could like have it on in the background as I was getting ready and stuff.
Yeah, I keep it.
So I'm like, we have it low-key, we have it on right now on mute, and like this is the first time that I'm real, other than like TikTok stuff that I've seen.
Wow.
This is the first time that I'm like actually seeing
No, this is
live.
the most patriotic that I ever be. Like even opening night, I'm like, yeah, turn on NBC. And then I seen Beyonce. It's like, what?
We snapping.
Right. So Beyonce introduced Team USA for the Paris Olympics to Yaya and basically made it her own. I liked it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, there was a lot of backlash, and I would say from the Black community in the comments about her being so patriotic, but I don't think people understand like the rollout of the entire Cowboy Carter album and what the point of it is. Like she's taking back what we built and like saying that we can be patriotic too because it's our country. Our people built it for free at that. Right. So what's wrong with being, and if you listen to the album, that's what she's talking about. So the fact that she was able to introduce Team USA and then she said, I forgot what she said, great and complicated nation.
Yeah, I'm glad she emphasized the word complicated.
Right, me too.
I'm glad she emphasized the word complicated. I could see how
people are mad.
You said what?
You can see why people are mad.
I could see it. I could see it for sure. I think it's a beautiful introduction of Team USA, and like I said, I'm glad that she emphasized the word complicated. But it's an interesting time to be so rah for USA. It's an interesting time to do that.
Year.
Beyond it being an election year, there's just so much going on.
When is there not?
All over.
We live in some crazy times right now.
I can see why people could be a little
shaken up.
Yeah.
Why? What's your reasoning for understanding? Because of what we're going through?
I think it's something about I think it's not that it's something about the flag and like even I don't know. I want to avoid getting way too political.
I get what you're saying.
I could see not
that
want
to know why you agreed
am
with them.
Super up in arms about it one way or another. But I could see how people could be like,
that was just the main thing that I saw on the internet
kind
about
of thing.
Yeah.
But like I said,
what
I'm
about the
glad
athletes I gotta go play?
I mean,
I don't know. I just feel like this is it's always an interesting topic because we live here. What are we supposed to do, y'all? I don't know. I don't like getting political either, but we live in a very political country. So sometimes you gotta, if you want things to change, you gotta. I just like that. Whether they like it or not, if they like it brought publicity to what's going on. Yes. People are going to watch the Olympics. People might even register to vote, or they might just start thinking about it. Whatever it is, you
also
know, I feel
have
like it's just
the Congress lady who, what was it, bad Bill, bleach blonde, bad Bill. They had her at Broccoli City, and they had her. She like said something about like Project 2025 and just like, you know, energizing. It was such a young crowd at Broccoli City, just energizing them to vote and like do their due diligence.
I think that's just something to like bring like like make people talk about it.
Yeah,
it doesn't,
and it's definitely
and it does.
It's definitely
you know, like because this is about the Olympics and people in there talking about politics. You know what I mean? So I feel like it just brings awareness to things, and
for sure
everything is very intentional. That's why the album dropped the way it is, and that's why she's doing all of this.
Oh, she's a very
you know, like everything is intentional. I thought it was pretty cool though.
Yeah. Again, I'm glad she emphasized the word complicated.
Because even, I mean, there's some shit going on. Even North Korea's in the Olympics. So
I mean, when I saw the clips of like, you know, the opening ceremony and they had the boats and
in every country,
then Palestine, like we know what's going on. Like there's
Israel,
just
there's a lot of stuff going on.
And
everybody's over there just playing in these summer games, like you know,
much going on.
That's what I'm like, it's cool that she got to do that and bring awareness to it, especially from like not even like R&B and music, just from like a black woman's perspective, and to do that and to see the uproar about it. I think that's exactly what it was supposed to do.
I wonder, isn't LA supposed to host the Olympics
2028, yeah.
And there were people talking about it this weekend. Where were we? I forgot where we were, but I be these ears
listening to people's conversations.
I don't know if that was like the teacher in me brought it out, because I used to have to be in kids' conversation, making sure that we not talking about Santa existing or not existing and tooth fairy. I be having to make sure, you know. But I be in people conversations, and somebody at the festival was talking about how is LA supposed to top what Paris did at the opening, because Paris is just such a scenic city that they went to like all these spots that they have in their city, and they were like, how is LA, like what they gonna do, the Hollywood sign, like like keep dressing the Hollywood sign up over and over.
They gonna show y'all Hollywood Park. I mean, Hollywood Park, that's like, what it's called.
How are we gonna do that?
That's funny know. I am interested to see what it's gonna be, but I know I do not want to be living in the city when the Olympics are here. It's about to be crazy.
I mean, there was a bunch of shit going on like leading up to the Olympics in Paris that like.
Do they have like closing ceremonies?
Yeah, there's closing
people
ceremonies.
Gonna perform?
I don't know.
I wonder if we're gonna get another R&B artist there. Got an R&B artist for the opening, but I mean, Beyonce is just a superstar. But
they got Snoop Dogg over there. Apparently, Flava Flav sponsors the women's lacrosse team because he heard that they were working side jobs to be able to afford to this.
I saw him
and
playing.
He was like, I'm just gonna pay all that shit. And he's like their biggest cheerleader. That is so like, wow.
That's so USA. So patriotic. A water polo, not lacrosse.
You're right.
Yeah, because I was like, he was in the pool. I remember he threw it in there. I saw the video and they scored.
Team.
And he's like, nobody ever does it. He's like, so I'm good. Yeah, it was water polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, my high school had a water polo team. I always wanted to try, but it seems hard to do. But
yeah, they be in there scratching and shit. My little cousin used to play water polo.
I'm scared of water polo.
Yeah, you have to really, like, you can fuck around and drown, fuck around and find out, because they are not fucking around in there. They kicking under the water and shit. Like,
no, I'm scared.
Yeah. Seems intense.
On. Anyway, you watch the latest Tiny Desk. Ryan Leslie's out.
Had that on this morning.
And watching it made me like sad for him.
Really?
Yeah, because his career was not what it was supposed to be. Like, it wasn't how it was supposed to be as his song goes. Like, it was so short lived, and I feel like that had a lot to do with that
Redacted.
With Redacted and Cassie. I felt so bad watching that. I'm like, why didn't this man was like
insanely
one of
talented.
the greatest producers ever, songwriter, and then he's on here like performing he's a triple threat.
Insanely talented. Aging gracefully too.
Yeah. I like the way his salt and pepper look. The only thing I didn't like is he wasn't really singing. He was letting his background singer sing all the
His
stuff.
background vocalists were carrying.
But he was for show playing the shit out of them synthesizers.
Yeah.
Like, I was wondering too how it would be like with all them live sounds, because I know a lot of the stuff that he does is like looped and recorded, like that one video that everybody knows of Ryan Leslie when he's like doing the I think it's Addiction. He was making the beat for Addiction, and he's like playing all the instruments but then going back and looping it. So it was cool to see. I think that was great.
Yeah. Their whole team did their big one on that.
He didn't do You're Not My Girl though. You know that song? Just remember that you're not my girl. I was a fan, but that was
I've never heard that song. But I've never heard that song. But like, the fuck, like, just turning that into a song. What?
Oh, was that a diss?
Just remember that you're not my girl.
Who was he talking about?
I don't know, but if he was talking about me, I would have to fight him every time I saw him.
No, the song is good because he was saying like, you can come over, you can call my phone, you can, when he out, you can come on over.
It's not that good if it ends with, but remember you're not my girl.
It's a great song. You gotta listen to it.
But okay, I'll take your word for it. What?
No, but it was good though. Y'all go check that out. But it didn't make me like rearrange my order or anything. But it was great to see him back in action.
Yeah, I'm glad he's getting that shine.
Didn't he just recently drop some music?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, like in the last year he did, because we talked about it. Ryan Leslie's music, something came out. I want to say like a project, an album, something.
Let's see.
Yeah, he dropped something lately.
He did. You Know My Speed.
Yeah. I'm like, we talked about it on this show.
You're right.
Yeah, I didn't really. I think I heard one song from that on that, but yeah, I was happy to see him back outside doing something publicly.
Back outside.
You know who else about to be outside too? Usher about to be on tour. I think starting in a few weeks, August.
Yeah,
is when his tour starts. And I want to say when he did the Rendezvous in Paris, that is when he took his Vegas residency to Paris for one night.
Yeah,
they filmed it.
I don't know if it was one. I don't know how long it was.
Or they filmed one night. I remember it was like something in Paris with Usher. Rendezvous in Paris. I know that it was a Vegas residency. Anyway, they filmed it and the movie's coming out in September.
So according to the log line, the concert film incorporates the essence of his landmark cultural phenomenon, Vegas residencies, into a seductive French touch confession.
Right.
Yeah. So
and it's gonna be in theaters in September.
September 12th.
The last
for
movie
limited time.
The last movie I saw with Usher was the one I was telling you about, where Beyonce came out to Bad Girl. They filmed that when he performed in Puerto Rico.
They filmed that?
Yeah.
And
you could still watch it. It was on HBO. They filmed it like a movie. It was like a concert film. You know what I mean? You know how they used to, that was like a big thing. You ever seen like Fade to Black and like that one? There was a bunch of like concert films. They even did one about, remember when Mos Def used to throw that block party? Yeah, like concert films like that. That used to be a big thing back then. But Usher
like
has
the Dave
one.
Chappelle joint.
Yeah.
Okay. Where you
Usher
can
has
see J.
one.
Cole in the crowd. Okay, copy.
Usher has one from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to see that.
Yeah.
I'm for sure going to pull up to that. I watched
one of my biggest regrets of 2023
is not going to Vegas. Man, that's why I'm like, I have to go on this tour. But well, the name of the tour is the past, present, and the future, right? Yes. So I feel like it's going to be a combination of his Vegas residency with his new album.
Yeah.
So I still want to see, but I want to go back in time. I wish I had the click remote to just rewind and go back.
One of my biggest regrets of 2023 is not seeing him in Vegas.
Man, did y'all go? Let us know in the comments, because I'm trying to go see this movie. But at least we can watch it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the people that didn't go to see Renaissance.
I saw that, but I didn't see the movie.
And you saw the tour though. That's what I'm saying. Like if you didn't see the tour, but like seeing the movie was still a good experience.
About the way Beyonce does her like concert, because the same thing with Homecoming, you just see you see the rehearsals and like all of that along with what you see on stage. I geek out on that pre-production shit. I love that shit.
Too, and I love
just as much as I see the final
That's
product.
Why I wonder how this is going to be, because his last concert film was literally just the concert. I don't remember seeing like any back end. It was like it opened with the crowd screaming and then it was a concert. Okay. So this one, I wonder if it's going to be like a little bit of pre-production, a little bit of.
I feel like every artist doesn't always give us that. Which is okay.
They don't.
It's okay.
They don't have to. They don't have to. Yeah. Sometimes you don't always want to see what's going on behind the scenes in somebody's life, though. You know, because it might mess it up for somebody.
I would like to see it. I would like to see it. That's something I really appreciate about the way that Beyonce puts out her.
Yeah, show you where it started from.
I love that pre-production. Yeah, because play with me right now if you want to.
She is playing with us. What you mean?
I'm saying like the production, because you remember, I'm saying the production folks playing in her face, thinking that she.
Oh yeah, like, couldn't do all that stuff and then showed us how she could.
I just pulled
but
it up.
But she's also playing with us too, because how yesterday you gonna post 2-year anniversary of Renaissance and we still ain't got no damn visuals? Are you crazy?
Baby, you are the visuals.
No, we're not. I want to see something. At least give us the movie.
Yeah, I need that on streaming. Or
the live album of the tour.
I need that on streaming.
The live album from the movie is fine.
I need it on streaming.
Because she said Inglewood about 4 or 5 times. West.
I need it on streaming.
Man,
I still think about Diana Ross's mic not working at first. Kendrick's mic.
But it was on the movie though. See,
it was on in the movie?
The audio... Everything for the movie was good. Kendrick's audio was good. Diana Ross' audio was good. So they had messed up the live thing. Everything for the movie was great.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, everything was fine for the movie.
Yeah, because I remember watching that and being like, oops, somebody's getting fired.
Somebody just couldn't do 2 jobs at once. They like, damn, how do I make it live for this and live for the movie? We need audio for both. But anyway, like we say, every single week, R&B is alive and well, ain't going nowhere. And look, what you picking, new school or old school R&B? Because I'm going to just say 50-50. I can't choose.
I can't choose either.
You know, like I could never pick a side.
I can't choose either.
I'm just happy that, first of all, we still have the question to even think about, in that there's so many people that are still pushing the culture. And you can get a new R&B playlist sent to you every single Friday.
Just go to new.rnbonly.com.
Yeah.
And every Friday, whether I'm traveling or not, it's getting sent to you.
Whether or not.
We had new releases by Money Long. She dropped a new track called Ruin Me. Georgia Smith.
Song.
You like it?
Yeah.
I like it too.
She sounds good.
Yeah. Georgia Smith dropped it's more upbeat, electronic-y sounding song called High. Raven Lene.
Yep.
Dropped a song with Childish Gambino called One Wish. That shit go. Nippa and Odile dropped Take Me. That should also go. I like it.
Odile's going off right now.
Yeah,
on,
that
so.
It's
a trend. I like when stuff turns into trends.
And I like when it's a song that I already
when we already heard it before. It's like
yeah, I be wearing that song the hell out.
Anyway, yeah, I like that. I like this Dylan Sinclair too.
I love my ex. Actually,
I was listening to it and I'm like,
I
was listening to it and I'm like, damn, where's the beat? And I heard the first hook without the beat drop, and I'm like, oh, I don't think he caught it. And then the beat came back. I'm like, oh, gotcha. You got it. And I'm like, I just didn't hear the way you heard it. So shout out to you, Dylan.
This T.A. Thomas song. T.A. Thomas know how to make shit just sound like.
I was listening to his music stuff. And I'm like, he sounds good when he sings, right? And you know how like when people write the stuff be rhyming, it doesn't rhyme. Have you noticed that about his music?
I haven't.
It does not rhyme. Like it does, but it does not. Like
he
do that type of it's the way he's singing it that makes it flow, but it does not rhyme at all. Like if you go read the lyrics, it's like, oh, he's singing a poem, but he has a really, really, really good voice. I like the song, but I was listening to that today. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
None of these words rhyme. How is he making it sound like that? It's like that's a talent.
So T.A. Thomas got that song Angry. Whoa. Bring it back.
Wait a minute.
Journey Montana dropped a song called You.
That's a top for my week. I like that.
And Raish, I think is her name, dropped a song called Making Room. And we got a couple other joints. Yay Ali dropped something.
I like that song Merlot with Dende.
Merlot, yeah.
I like that song.
I feel like Dende's another, like his voice is just so does it for me. I got a lot of
saying. I could never choose between new school and old school because we have so many artists that are just keeping it alive and I just love their sound and their music. Like guess who I figured out? Guess whose name I figured out how to say? Elmiene.
How'd you figure it out?
I looked up a video of him at an interview.
That's what it must be a new interview.
It was because I couldn't find any.
It must be a brand new interview because
yeah, there's so many good artists right now. Yeah, I can't. I just can't choose.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do y'all pick? Do y'all pick old school? Y'all pick new school? If you pick old school, who you listening to? And if you pick new school, who are you playing out right now? That's what I want to know.
I need Ari Lennox to come back.
Yeah, I'm missing Ari. You know who else I want an album from too? I mean, I've said it already. TGT, but
hard body. Like,
no, but I really liked Lucky Day's album. I really liked that. But no, Masego. I haven't heard nothing new from him in a good 2 years.
Yeah, a minute.
Yeah, I miss Masego. For real. I even liked Maida's new album. You like Maida?
I like Maida.
Yeah,
She
I like
sounds
her voice.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that
her
new
voice
album,
a
she
lot.
dropped a project with Kaytranada.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called Endless Night. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song DJ got me. But yeah, Masego and I want who other if I could get 3 albums right now, new R&B artists, I'm gonna pick Jasmine Sullivan, Masego, and technically TGT is new because they weren't formed as a group until like 2014. So I'm gonna go TGT. Who you going with?
Ari Lennox.
Okay.
Snow Allegra.
Oh, I'm jealous of your 3.
Damn, I want a man in my 3rd.
Me too.
Give me a new
Destin.
Destin
He
Conrad.
stayed dropping stuff.
Yeah,
though.
he
got the song Auction out right now with I
you
don't
know what?
the-
He was at Broccoli City, and I seen him. I pulled up on him immediately. Like, can I ask you some questions? He's like, I'm not working right now, so I had to let it ride. But he
Yeah,
said he
you
liked
didn't
my
tell me
name. He's
that.
so stinking cute.
You
Like, what a
didn't
cutie
tell me that you
pie.
met Destin.
What a cutie pie.
Oh, I'm jealous.
He wasn't. He said he was off the clock. He was there. I think he was there to because Baby Tate was there, so he was probably watching her set and stuff.
You know what?
But
I think he walked right out of the hotel right with them because my homegirl was DJing for
Possibly.
Baby Tate and there was a big group of people. I could actually, you know what? I did see him.
yeah,
I saw Ray Monte this weekend too. So random.
Ray Monte be outside, not in.
random.
Okay.
But yeah,
Broccoli
is that
City
your
Fest
pick?
always-
Destin Conrad? That's your third pick?
No, hold on. Let me think. Hold on. I'm sorry.
I need one more.
You need one more. Okay.
You said Snow, Ari Lennox.
I want a man on that 3rd joint, but who?
Don't know. Give us a good one.
Trying to think.
Ding, 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 ding. Who your 3? Let us know in the comments who your 3 could be right now. If you could get albums from any 3, I'm gonna say new R&B artists. Put it in the comments right now. Let us know.
I don't know who that 3rd one is going to. I'm gonna keep it at those 2. I think that's a strong 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it at those 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like those 2. I'll be happy with those 2 anyway.
Yeah. Brent? Can I get a new Brent project?
I don't listen to Brent like that.
You don't listen to Brent
No,
like
I listen
that?
to the singles and that be it.
I listened to the album. I listened to it chopped, not slopped.
Oh, you're a fan.
Yeah, because Pistachios, chopped, not slop goes stupid. Some of the songs I like a good
Chopped and screwed, chopped not
chopped and
slop.
screwed, chopped, not slop. Give me that.
Well, make sure y'all get some new R&B. Sign up. How they get the music, Jovy, one more time.
By going to new.rnbonly.com. And you gonna get that email.
And get some tickets too, because we back on tour in like 3 weeks. R&BONLY.com/calendar.
July is
We'll
like,
see y'all
I mean,
in
think of July. August is like tomorrow.
Coming to a city near you, literally. So make sure you get some tickets. My name is Tiara Monique West.
I'm Jovy E, and we'll see you next week.
R&B only.